All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, anybody who's new here, welcome to you too. If you're not subscribed, go ahead hit the subscribe button if you enjoy these videos. If not, I'm glad I gave you some information. Now go catch some fish. Today's Tackle Tip Tuesday is going to be all about how to prevent line twist on those baits that spin. We all have that problem. Don't matter what you fish for, pike, bass, northern, whatever. Uh, Pike, bass, northern. Yeah, I said them all. But anyways, when your lure spins, you get line twist. If you run braid, you run the risk of making your braid weaker, or any line for that matter, make it weaker. Then you break off. So let's prevent that. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said in the intro here, today's Tackle Tip Tuesday is going to be all about those baits that spin. I have one of them right here. It's called a Whopper Plopper. If you haven't used one, I don't know where you've been. Yeah, everybody's been using these things for years now. It's a real simple plop plop bait. I know there was a bunch of different variations of it. This little guy right here catches me 90% of my topwater fish right now. I do have a bunch of topwater baits. I'm actually setting my camera on my topwater baits stand. I'll go through some of those other ones, but just for reference point, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. This bait runs through the water like this, and it's a prop bait. So this plops over, making a nice little plopping noise, drawing fish to hit it from beneath. But as it's going down, so this is a stiff wire. If anything gets caught in these things, no offense to river to sea, but as soon as something gets caught in this little channel here where it spins freely, this bugger wants to just spin every time. So this will get caught and it'll just start spinning. Now, the problem here is you can run like a swivel or something like that, but I've noticed if you run too much weight, like nose heavy on these things, you really have to hold your rod up in the air in order to get it to do what it's supposed to do properly. Because there's like a right way and a wrong way to run this. I actually have a Tackle Tip Tuesday all on just this bait alone. So if you go back through all my other Tackle Tip Tuesdays, I have a playlist. It's called Tackle Tip Tuesday. Anyways, this bait works really good. So I did a kind of like a how-to fish it. And I think I mentioned it in there. If I don't, I should have. Some of them, like this is a 90. They have a 75, a 110, and a 190, which is huge. It's like that big. So musky guys, you guys would know. You guys can use that. But I believe some of the bigger ones already have it. But what I'm going to do today is I have a couple of these littler ones. I actually see it. I have two 110s. They don't have it either. So I'm going to put these guys on here. It's a split ring, and I'll show you what I'm doing with it, and then you guys will probably get a better understanding of why I'm doing it. Okay, so as you can see, I have a few ploppers. This isn't that many. These two, I say it lightly because there's guys with hundreds of these things. Only reason I have two of these is because this is my old one. This is my new one here. And the big thing I wanted to do is have a backup. It tends to work really good. I like, basically in a simple sense, when I'm fishing these things, I go a light color or a dark color, as you can see. But back to the point here. These little guys right here are inline swivels. And like I said, you can buy a snap swivel, but they tend to be bulky, and anything that you'd want that, that's reliable enough to hook onto these baits, which are not cheap, you have to worry about them. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here is probably the most difficult thing I'm going to do because I didn't feel like buying the pliers for it. So I'm going to try and use these or these. Neither of them are meant for it, but they make a snap ring pliers or split ring pliers. But I'll show you the process basically step by step. Okay, so first things first, I have to open this guy up here. And just a little secret, so if you want to use these packages, don't cut both sides, like if you want to reuse them to keep these baits in. But I also have another video online So I bought these tubes separately, and I have a bunch of them, and this is the best little investment I found for storing tackle in boxes. Like, so like, this is my top water bass box, but like in boxes like this, you can stick, you know, you could put 200 of these little things in here. I'm getting low, I should have bought some, but you can put a bunch of those in there, and then now this nice little package thing it's sealed shut, they don't fall out, and yeah, keeps you organized. But to start off, I'm using one of those split rings, and I'm not going to show you me struggling with this because there's a right and wrong way to do this, and I'm going to do it the wrong way. I'm not going to lie to you guys because some of you guys know what a split ring pliers is, and I was just being stupid. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll show you that first step, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so because I'm very good with like ingenuity, and I probably have more dexterity than 90% of the people that are watching this, not bragging, it took this, and a lot of concentration to get that. You see that little thing on there? So that snap ring is now part of that inline swivel. And I forgot what size these are, but they're like one of the bigger gauges. They make them a lot bigger than this, but it's like a decent size gauge that's still really light. Spro USA makes them, or S-Pro or whatever. I'll have what I can find linked in the description below, like I always do. So if you guys ever see these videos, I have everything that I use linked below that I can find for you, so you can duplicate it. But one thing I'm going to tell you, this little Rapala pliers is not the right tool. Just spend the money on a split ring pliers. In fact, if I find a split ring pliers, I'll list it below. No, I didn't use it, but I'm telling you right now, just get that instead. This took a lot longer than you think it did. Okay, so it's been accomplished, and you guys have no clue how long that took, because I just cut and yeah. That is the end result. That is what I wanted. Now I have something that will let my lure spin, even if I am tied directly to this. Now I can do this. That's all I wanted, was that ability that when this hung up, when it starts spinning on me, my line doesn't get all messed up. And that's a big thing, is you gotta maintain that line. The reason I went through the trouble of this, here, let me show you guys a close-up of it so you actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so you guys can actually see this. I'm gonna try and put it so you can see it in the light there. So this little snap thing, this ring, split ring, is what I put on there with this Spro inline swivel. The ability to do what I did there with what I have here is kind of astonishing to me. But that little thing right there is going to save me a lot more headaches on the water, and I can kind of deal with the ones off the water. Alright, so now that that headache is over, I only have 3 more to go. I'm going to try and find these split rings or similar split rings, and then I know what these are. These are Spro. I'll link them in the description below. If you want, I'll put this specific Whopper Plopper down there. I think I have that one listed for you guys already, or I'll be able to list that one. But yeah, so if you get this one, you can throw that on there. Use the tool that I list. I'm going to find you guys the right tool and list it below. That way, like, I don't think you understand how much trouble that actually is when you don't do it with the right tools. I thought I could just kind of get it done. I have a trip coming up this week with a buddy that I wanted to make sure I could throw these top water baits on and not have to worry about my line getting all messed up or anything like that. So I wanted to get it done. Well, this is what I get for rushing it. I get a pain in the butt. But I hope, anyways, as much of a pain in the butt it was for me, I hope you guys got a little bit of an understanding of why I'm doing that. The big thing here is the fact that line twist ruins lives. I don't know how many times I've gotten line coiled up or backlashed, whatever, just messed up because of line twist. I've been broken off, I'm sure, plenty of times because I didn't maintain my line. So, just this little bit of a headache. It is a headache if you don't do it right. Buy the right tools. It'll save me trouble in the future. So, do something now that'll benefit you tomorrow. Demolition Matt says that all the time from Demolition Ranch. If you don't know him, go check out his channel. It's great. He's got Off the Ranch, Vet Ranch, and Demolition Ranch. But he's got a good point to always try and do something today that'll benefit you tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Tackle Tip Tuesday. I hope it helps some of you guys save yourself some headaches on the water next time you're throwing top waters that want to spin. Anything that spins for that matter. If you wanted to, you could attach it like that to a spinner, like an inline spinner or anything. And yeah, save yourself some headaches that way. But if you're not new here, you know what's up. But if you are new, please just remember to